Okay, good morning, everybody. I hope that all is well on this morning. Good morning, good morning. So glad to see you. Come on, hop in on this morning and let's go ahead and get this party started. Give me just one moment. I'm just making sure everything is set up. Making sure everything is set up. I pray that you guys are having a great day. So far, I know it's very early. I know some of you may be watching this a little bit later in the day. So wherever you decide to, whenever you're watching this, make sure that you are allowing me to know so that I am very, very, very aware that you guys are here and that you all are crushing this challenge. So for those of you who are new here, you are on day 15 of the 21-day content challenge. My name is Sharisa T. I am the visionary of I Teach, I Coach LLC, and I have the awesome opportunity to empower, encourage, educate, and equip those to walk in their God-given assignment. And so one of the things that I do is I work with children because my background is education, but God has gifted me the ministry of being a coach. And so I have the opportunity to coach those and also help them birth their businesses, their ministries, and all those types of things. So he's given me the task of being a midwife, and I understand what comes along with that task. And so it's amazing that I get to walk beside many, many people who are just really out here doing some great things and really just um wanting to do some things that God has prompt them to do. And I get the privilege to sit beside them and walk alongside them during this moment. And so I'm so grateful that you all are here. If you are here, I do need a few things from you. I do need a few things from you. The first thing, especially if you are new here, if you are new here, I need for you to make sure that you do three things. The first thing is I need for you to go down in the chat once this video is over, go down in the description and fill out the Google form. The Google form is going to be a way that I can communicate with you via email. You will get all of my printables, all of the things that I am sending out on this challenge. Also, you will get a part of the email list to get information that is not always published on social media. Okay. The next thing is there is a Facebook group. If you are on Facebook and you're cool with joining my Facebook group, go ahead and join that group and get connected with all of the other people who are inside of there. Just really like sharing their story, um sharing their heart, sharing their woes, their goods, their ups, their downs with this 21-day content challenge, because it's not easy. Everything is okay. Everything this challenge has not been easy for many. Okay. Life gets to life and things happen. And so we are in the process of trying to build our consistency muscle. And so while we're on that process, we have a group of other people who are doing the exact same thing so that they can crush their content or social media goals. Okay. That's the purpose of this content challenge. Again, I'm so excited that you all are here, and I will not be before you long. Each day is a different theme. Each day is a different theme. And so if you are here for the very first time, I implore you to go back and look at days 1 through 14. It's so important that you go back, even though you're on 15 and you're starting today. Take some time to go back to look at days 1 through 14. Why is that so important? Because each day something different was shared, something different was shown, and I think it will be very helpful for you when you are trying to continue the rest of this challenge. Now, Another thing, if you go back, you'll notice that I've already said to many of you to make sure that this challenge does not end after day 21. Make sure that it continues to go for 90 days. Here's why. When you do something for 90 days, you're really changing a habit and you're putting some new things in motion. And so if you decide to go ahead and kick this up and do this for the rest of the 90 days, so once we're on 15 now, so if you can continue to go for the rest of the 90 days, this will be so helpful with you crushing your content goals. Okay. If you're not able to, if you're like, well, what am I going to post for 90 days? Get on my email list, because I will be sending out a 30-day content challenge, a little different from the one that we are doing with the 21 days, with new things or new ideas of things that you can do during your challenge for the next 90 days. And all you're doing is you're using the same like strategy, but you're changing up the content. So you're creating new content. If you've gone back and look at days 1 through 14, I've shown you how to create content. I've shown you how to do so many other things. And I think it's going to be very helpful to your journey. Now, let me just preference this real quick. I don't consider myself to be a social media guru. I do not. I just know that I've been doing it for a while. And I've learned some tricks and tips that I can share. And so if you're thinking that I'm a social media guru, go ahead and just X that out. That's not me. I'm still learning some things about social media. I'm still gathering some information, like I'm still learning. And so when I get the information and I master it, I don't mind passing it along. So it's not that I'm not doing this challenge just because I feel like I'm a guru or at it. No, it's just that I've learned some things. If you know the backstory of how I got here, those of you who've been following me for a while, you know that God took me on a season where he's just kind of like showed me how to do some things. And one of the things was he really gave me some knowledge and wisdom with Canva, and I keep getting better and better the more that I've used it. And for years, let me just say that for years, because I talk about Canva a lot, for years I used Canva as on the free version for years. I think I just started paying for it maybe a year or two ago. And so for I know a good every bit of over 5 years, I was using the free version of Canva. And if it was something that I wanted, I would pay for it using the like the little credits or whatever they give you. But now that I have the paid version, I get a little bit more perks. And so I'm very, very excited about being able to share with you what I know, what I've learned. Let me do this real quick because I do see something I need to and then we're going to get into what I'm going to share with you all for today. I will not be before you long. So y'all come on, hop on, and let's go ahead. Okay, this is what I needed right there. Okay, awesome. I think that's where I am. Okay, so if you are joining for day 15, the title of oh my, the title of this particular challenge today is to make sure that we are narrowing down on our niche. Narrow your niche. So your niche is your people who follow you, your people who are, your targeted audience. You want to narrow that down. So what am I mean by narrowing your niche? So as you're creating content, one of the things God has pressed upon me is to make sure that we show up everywhere. We show up everywhere. We show up everywhere. And so I've been talking to you guys for the past couple of days, maybe the beginning of this particular challenge, how it's so important that we find our platform and work it. But then God told me to show up everywhere, because one of the things I know is that I am a kingdom influencer, kingdom business owner. and I don't know who needs my services or who needs what God has put in the inside of me. And so if I'm just, focusing on maybe not just, one platform and not trying to work the other, I may be missing out on some things, right? And so it's good to know where most of your people are, but it's also good to also show up in other places. So try to have your 2 to 3 platforms that you're posting on, because you want to show up everywhere. Now, what I am very aware of is that when you're narrowing down, when you're doing this, you're going to really figure out and find out who your people are. You want to really find out who your people are and where they are, because there could be some people that you are marketing to who you will just continue to market to, and they're not converting into sales, right? And so you have to be very strategic on how you are marketing. You have to be very strategic on how you are marketing. And so one of the things that when you're focusing and narrowing down on your niche, you want to see those people who those people who are into what you're into. Like, you want to make sure that your niche or your people are the people who are very interested in your business. You may have some people who are already like buying and already working with you. But you have to, in order to narrow your niche, you're going to have to do one thing, and that is advertise. Come on, put that in the chat. I will advertise my business. With your affirmation, I am my biggest cheerleader. I will advertise my business. So in order to figure out who your people are, what your, where they are, you need to make sure that you are advertising your business. You are marketing your business. You are marketing yourself. When you advertise, when you talk about, when you get in front of people, when you open your mouth and speak, when you open your mouth and tell them, when you share, when you post, when you do those things, you are giving people a little bit of taste of what you have to offer. Now, I'm not saying that, especially like those of you who have services and you aren't able to do a lot of things where you are doing free things, but you should be able to advertise, like give people a taste of who you are, what you do, and all those types of things. And so when you're advertising your business to create those customers or those clients, you want to make sure that you are communicating the value. You want to make sure that you are communicating the value of your business, your service, your product. So you don't want to just always sell, 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 and be so sales mindset. Also offer some things that could be free. Also give them some things that grabs their attention and make them say, "Ooh, I need to know more. I need to get connected. I want to know more about what you're doing and how I can benefit from your services." So, I want to read something in your hearing. It is Matthew 4:23. It says, Jesus went all about Galilee, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom. So if Jesus was out preaching and teaching and telling people about his way and what his belief was, he was doing that to get people to buy in or to get his point of view across, right? And so we, as business owners, as leaders, as whatever our respective roles are, we have to get in front of people and communicate the value. We have to be our biggest cheerleader. We have to go out and grab the people's attention. And so if we want to do that, this is how we narrow your niche. Because what I'm very aware is, one of the things God keeps bringing up in this season is we keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result. That is called insanity. He keeps reminding me. He keeps putting that word in front of me, because what I'm very clear is that if I'm going to grow, if I'm going to continue to do some things that are different. I can't become complacent, and I have to be challenged. I have to do some things differently. I have to show up differently. I have to go about this differently. I have to think outside the box. I have to go outside my norm. I have to do some things that I haven't done before. And I have to do that by getting myself in front of different people. So you're seeing me more on YouTube, because I would do YouTube every now and then, but I wasn't consistently doing it. And I was actually going to be going live in the Facebook group, but God said no. He put me in another path. I had so many issues trying to get that group together. I said, you know what? This is not where you want me. I'm going to have the group, and I'll just stream it on YouTube and put the links in there. So I'm allowing myself to get outside of my norm. I'm allowing myself to do some things that I haven't done before. This is how you're going to narrow your niche down. When you start communicating your services, your value to people, your people are going to start coming to you. You're going to start getting those potential customers because they see the value of the things that you have to offer. One of the things, and I shared this, I think a couple of days ago, I was on a live with one of my church members, and we were talking about how we treat our business like it's a hobby. And one of the things we want to evaluate to make sure that we are getting customers to return back. Like if your customers are not returning back, then there's something that you need to do differently, because you should always have returning clients or returning customers. But how are you going to do that? First of all, we can't be so money mindset. I know that's something that we need in order to live and get by, but people need to see some other things from you. What free things can you offer? What 30-minute teaching can you do? What things can you talk about? How are you making those connections? How are you attracting the people and giving them things without paying all the time? Just like this content challenge. I decided to do this content challenge because I knew a lot of my clients, they didn't like social media. And I said, okay, well, let me do a challenge with them so that they can get in the habit of learning more about social media and how they can shift their mindset from saying, oh, I don't like it, to, oh, okay, I can see ways that this can fit in my lifestyle, right? And so what we have to do is communicate the value, but we also, as business owners, we also have to make sure that we are offering things that will attract the people to our business, right? We have to offer the things that will attract the people to our business. And so one of the things, as you continue to narrow down your niche, is to attract the people to your business. You want to be like Jesus. He went doing things. He went out. He went to different places preaching and teaching and healing all people. He did it first before he asked them for, to follow him or anything. That was the first thing. He gave them things. He did things for them, and to change their mindset to get his point of view across. And so as kingdom business owners, as these are principles and tools that we can use to actually grow our business. So you should be making sure that you are utilizing your social media as a tool to communicate your value. So if you go back over the other days that we talked about, we hit a little bit about branding yourself. We hit a little bit about how you can create bulk content on Canva. We hit a little bit of things to kind of help you get out in front of people and show them who you are, like show them what you have to offer, show them what you can do, right? And so this is so important if we want to change our mindset about if we want to change our mindset about social media, about content, and all of those things. We want to make sure that we shift our thinking, shift our mindset so that we can make sure that we are hitting and crushing the goals that we want to crush as we are walking into a new year. We're preparing for the new now. We're actually walking in the new right now. The moment that you decided to click play was the moment you said, hey, I'm ready to do something different. The moment you signed up for this challenge was the moment you said, hey, I got to do something different. I got to go back and I need to do some other things. I need to change some things. So once you decided to do that, once you decided to make that decision, you're now walking in the new. You're going into, you're shifting mindsets, you're shifting your the way that you are organized, the way that you're doing things. Last night I got on here and I talked about how we are building a consistent muscle, how we're becoming more disciplined, and it's going to take discipline to go and handle more. It takes discipline to go and handle the much that God is getting ready to release to you. And so for day 15, I wanted to just share on here that you want to make sure that you are showing up everywhere and making sure that you're communicating the value of what you have to offer. If you're not one of the biggest things that I've learned, I've said this before, I said this again, when I first became an author, a lot of other people were shouting me out and saying different things about my books and things like that. But I was a little quiet. And one of the things God had to remind me is like, hey, nobody should be pumping up your products, your services, your books more than you do. You should be getting out in front of people, talking about people, telling people what you have to offer and why it is so good and why they should get whatever it is that you are offering, right? You have to be your biggest cheerleader. You have to get in front of the people and open your mouth and speak. Nobody knows what you have. Nobody knows what you're offering. Nobody knows if you don't get in front of people. And here's the thing, the reason why God told me to show up everywhere, he took me back to this verse because it says Jesus went. He went. He went out. He went in different places. He went in different spaces. Come on, y'all. He went in different lanes, different towns, different cities. Oh my God, I hear you. And even when he was trying to do miracles in his own home, he couldn't do many there because the people weren't receptive. That's a whole nother live for a whole nother day. I'm not going to even go there today, but this is so good to me. I'm going to shout myself. Listen, we have to stop thinking that family and friends are going to be the only people who support us when God has put something for the nations out. How can we reach the nations? How can we get out there if we are just being so secluded to our little box, our little area, our little this, and we won't show up in different places? Jesus went. He went. He went out. He went. He went. Wherever he went, he was preaching and teaching. So wherever you are, wherever you show up, when you're at business events, when you're at church and you have an opportunity to share who you are and what you do, go out and communicate the value. Go out and communicate what it is that you offer. Again, this is Matthew 4:23. Jesus went about. He was healing and people from all manner of sicknesses and diseases. He went. He went all about Galilee, all about. He went out. And so if you want to narrow down your niche, you're going to have to go on a publicity campaign. I can't talk this morning. I think I'm getting excited. You're going to go out and have to do some publicity. You're going to have to go and talk. You're going to go and share what it is that you offer. You got to get into different places, different spaces. You got to get into different lanes. This is how you're going to attract different people. This is how you're going to spread the word. This is how you're going to get out and get your business out there so you can find those crew, those people, your tribe who your products and services are for. Okay. I hope this has been great. I hope this has been good because it was good to me. Narrowing down your niche. Okay, so we are on day 15 and your homework assignment. Before I do that, okay, so for those of you who are new, we have been on this challenge for 15 days and we are now posting 3 times a day. 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night, or evening, or however you want to do that. So we're posting 3 times a day now. So we have a homework assignment for the night, and then the other 2 posts are whatever you want to post. If I promise you, if you go into the gallery of your phone, look at your screenshots, look at your videos, I'm sure you have content already there. So today for day 15, you are to share your favorite quote. Now, how you share it doesn't matter, but you're going to share your favorite quote. Share your favorite quote if you want to. I've showed you guys how to create quotes on Canva. If you want to do those, you can do that, or you can just do the quote. Share the quote, share the words, and keep on moving. But that's your assignment for today. Now, if you are joining for the first time and you're like, oh, I missed days 1 through 14, and you're interested in doing those posts, you can definitely do that. You just have to, you can do 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 15 today, and then you can go back and do 3, 4, and 16 tomorrow, so that you can continue to get those posts out. Again, make sure you are a part of the mailing list, because I will be sending a 30-day content calendar for you guys to continue to keep posting on social media as we are going way beyond 21 days. We are building new habits. We are debunking old systems. We're putting new structures in place, new setups in place, new everything. And so in order to get those things going, you gotta do something different. You're gonna have to do something different. So if you are up for a challenge, just don't stop on day 21. Keep going for 90 days. And also, I have encouraged everybody to go back and check their insights. Go back and check their insights, because your insights is going to tell you the data. Is going to tell you what's working, what's not working. It's going to tell you if you're getting more feedback, if you're not. It's going to tell you all of those things. So I implore you to go and check your insights, especially if you have a business page. Especially if you have a business page. All business owners should have a business page. It is so important. It is so important. You are going to be able to see the content that has been the most hit on your page. You're going to be able to see if your engagement is going up, if your interactions is going up. You're going to be able to see the numbers. You can even get monetized status. You'll be able to see some things on your business social media. Now, this is for IG and Instagram. There are business setups for IG and Instagram. And if you go to Meta, I'll also link that. If you're a business owner and you're not using Meta for your business pages, I'll link that as well. So you want to make sure you're using Meta for your business pages to be able to run it. The cool thing I've been sharing with you guys is that I rarely get on Facebook.com. I rarely go to the Facebook app. I do everything in Meta. Meta is my friend. Meta is my friend. And so I do everything in Meta, everything in Meta. So I don't even have to worry about um I don't even have to worry about doing some things because I know that all of the things that I'm doing is in Meta. Everything is in Meta. Like everything that I do, I create all of my content. I do all of those things right there. So make sure that you are checking your insights, checking your things, because all of that stuff will give you the data that you need to do what it is that you're trying to do. Okay, so I am done for today. I pray that this has been a blessing to you as you are focusing on narrowing down your niche. Again, if you are joining for the very first time, please make sure that you fill out that Google form. It's so important so that I can get the data that I need. Also, you can get the information about all of the things that I have been sending to you guys via email. You can make sure that you get that. I'm sorry, my dog is like, listen, I don't know why you locked me out today, and she is whining. So if y'all hear her, she is whining and she wants me to open this door. She is very, very spoiled. She wants to be nosy and see what I got going on, but at any rate, at any rate, um, let's see. Anyway, but yeah, I am very, very, very excited about what God is getting ready to do and the things that we are getting ready to embark upon. And so let's just continue to keep crushing this challenge. Let's continue to keep going forth. Let's continue to keep moving in the right direction, because we are shifting some things. We're shifting our paradigm. We're shifting our thinking. We're shifting some things, and we are creating some new muscles and putting some new systems and things in place. Amen. To God be the glory. To God be the glory for the great things that He has done. Listen, we'll be back tomorrow for day 16. Can't wait to share with you what it is that we're going to be talking about for day 16. It is so important that you go out, be like Jesus, go out and communicate the value of what you have. Communicate the value. People need to see what it is that you have. I'm excited about where we're going. I'm excited about how we're moving in this season. I'm so excited. I can't wait to hear and see all of the great things that you have done over these last 21 days. So again, I am Sharisa T, the visionary of I Teach, I Coach LLC, and I am called to empower, equip, educate, and encourage those to walk in their God-given assignment. Till next time.